Hello everyone. Today we're going to look together at how to find your prospects on LinkedIn. There are two methods. The first is the manual method. This involves posting, commenting, optimizing your profile to have a strong presence on LinkedIn and doing several things manually, interacting constantly in a manual way. And the second is to use a tool like Emelia, which allows you to automate many tasks that are very time consuming to do on LinkedIn. Once it's set up, Emelia does it for you completely automatically. You can fully personalize your approach for each of your prospects. Profile visits, connection requests, message sending, post likes, Emelia can do it all for you. But first of all, you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. How does that work? We'll take the example of my own profile, even if it's not the most optimized LinkedIn profile in the world, but it's already a good start. We have a banner here. It's very important that you add a personalized banner that includes keywords and phrases related to your field of activity, your business, the services and products you offer, so that the prospect can immediately understand what you have to offer as soon as they land on your profile. You need a good profile picture that highlights you and a professional profile photo. This is super important. Here, you need a short description that will also help the prospect clearly understand what you can offer them. It's not just about your job title. You see here, Head of Acquisition at Emelia, the solution to help you save time by automating all the time-consuming tasks related to your B2B prospecting. It's clear, both concise and detailed enough for the prospect to understand exactly what I can offer them. Next, here you have different sections. You'll be able to organize your profile however you like by adding sections to personalize it and highlight content you want your prospects to see right away. You have the post section. I'm not the best example since I don't post regularly enough, but it's very important to do so in order to communicate about your products and services to your prospects and your network. It's an important way for you to gain visibility by showcasing your expertise, what you can offer your prospects, your services, your products, but also, and most importantly, what sets you apart from other players in the market who offer the same things as you. Above all, of course, make sure to highlight your various experiences by detailing as much as possible what you did during those experiences, as well as your education, to continuously add credibility to your LinkedIn profile. You also have the different skills that people, those you've already worked with, can endorse you for. And there you go, you have various little elements. There are plenty of small things you can do to optimize your profile. Here, we've covered the main ones. Don't hesitate to dive into it so you can have a great profile that inspires trust, because that's really the goal. It's for the people who view your profile to have complete confidence in you and for you to appear credible to them and in terms of what you're offering. Once your profile is optimized, you'll be able to start posting, commenting, and liking the posts of various people in your network. So if I go back to the homepage, I'll see different posts in my feed that I can interact with. This will also bring me visibility, and I'll be able to provide added value through my skills and knowledge in the relevant field. Above all, don't hesitate to do it, whether it's reacting, commenting, reposting, or even sharing posts with other people in your network who might find them valuable. And then, once I've optimized and started posting on LinkedIn, I can automate various things. Ultimately, automation really complements all the manual work you'll be doing at first, of course, to set up and establish a general foundation for your LinkedIn profile. The second method for finding clients on LinkedIn is by using automation tools such as Emelia. These tools allow you to search for your prospects on LinkedIn and export the data you found on LinkedIn to your Emelia dashboard. The search will be conducted on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is the premium version of LinkedIn, the sales version, which allows you to perform very precise searches for your prospects and bring them directly into your dashboard. Here, for example, I've applied a filter for CEOs in Paris, and I get 31,000 results, which will allow me to export these 31,000 people to my Emelia dashboard, so I can then automate actions and contact them using Emelia. To do this, I need to install the Google Chrome extension available in the Chrome Web Store. You just need to go to your dashboard in the data section, LinkedIn Scraper. Here you have the option to download the Google Chrome extension using the link by simply clicking right there. You click on Add to Chrome, then Add Extension, and in less than 2 seconds, the Google Chrome extension is installed. I go back to my Sales Navigator dashboard. All I have to do is reload my page to see the little orange Export to Emelia button appear. This means that the search I'm doing here, all these people I found using my filters, CEOs in Paris, you can obviously go much further. This is really just for the sake of example. You simply need to click on Export to Emelia and you'll be taken directly to your dashboard. In the scraper section, you'll be able to name your extraction like CEO Paris and start the scraping process. What will happen next is that all the data will land in your Emelia dashboard. It will look like this. So Emelia will be able to export up to 2,500 people per day. If you've launched a scrape of 10,000 people, Emelia will scrape the first 2,500 on day 1, the next 2,500 on day 2, and so on, until the entire scrape is completed here. Once the scraping is finished, you just need to click here to send the data directly into the campaigns. Select the data without emails, just with the LinkedIn profile URLs. You select the campaign you want and click OK to send the data to the corresponding campaign. Here you'll be able to match your fields directly. We automatically match all the fields that seem important to us, like first name, last name, etc. As you can see here, first name matches with first name, last name with last name, and so on. And also very important, the LinkedIn profile URL is automatically matched, since that's what allows us to automate the actions. Then, if you want to retrieve other fields to personalize your messages, you can absolutely do that. If, for example, you want to import the business domain or industry, you can add it as a custom field right here to reintegrate it directly into your message and personalize your outreach. Then you just have to click on Next, Save, and Yes. There you go, your contacts are directly imported into your LinkedIn campaign. If you also want to download the exported file, you just need to click on Download to retrieve the data and rework it if you wish. So here I've just sent all my data into the campaign I previously created. Otherwise, quite simply, I just have to create the LinkedIn campaign by clicking on Create a New Campaign. Here I have the general settings, and I just need to upload the file here in the settings section. We recommend not exceeding 20 new connection requests per day if you have a standard LinkedIn account, and 40 if you have a LinkedIn Premium account. Here you have the days on which your campaign automation will be sent. Very important, the option to exclude people to whom you've already sent a message. This helps avoid duplicates and also prevents awkward situations where you send a message that has nothing to do with the previous conversation. Here you have the automation time slots. During these time slots, Emelia will send messages, send connection requests, etc. Here you just need to connect your LinkedIn account directly. To do that, you'll need to download the Emelia Google Chrome extension. I've already downloaded it. All that's left is to click on Connect a New Account and automatically retrieve my cookie. And there you go, Emelia is currently connecting my LinkedIn account to my Emelia account. It will appear very soon right here. We've already seen the contact list. And in the LinkedIn sequence, quite simply, there's always a profile visit scheduled by default, but you can set it up however you like. But indeed, as an example, you can very well start with a profile visit. So Emelia will automatically visit all the profiles of your prospects that are listed in the contact list right here. Then Emelia can send a connection request. There's also the option to send a connection request with a message. We don't particularly recommend this because, well, it's only available for LinkedIn Premium accounts. And then you'll quickly run into limits because you can't send more than a certain number of connection requests with messages per month. And overall, what works best right now is still to first send a connection request and then send a message afterward. So what you can do is, for example, set just a few minutes between the profile visit and the connection request, say 8 minutes. Then, between the connection request and the message, you might consider setting, for example, an hour. And as a follow-up, before sending another message, you can ask Emelia to go and like your prospect's latest post. This helps give the impression that it's genuinely you performing these actions, and it makes the automation less obvious. So, for example, as a follow-up, indeed 2 days later, you could consider liking your prospect's latest post. Next, you can schedule a message. You'll be able to personalize the message using the personalization variables you've imported directly into your file. Here, there aren't many because I didn't import that many. For example, put hello first name. You can save it and indeed leave 3 or 4 days maybe between each step, because if the person hasn't logged into their LinkedIn account for several days, they'll get a lot of notifications from you, and that might put them off. It'll really feel automated. So don't hesitate to leave some time between each step. In particular, if you decide to send yet another message, don't hesitate to leave a bit of time. That's it. The idea is not to harass your prospects and to make your automation as personalized and as human as possible. There you go. Once the sequence is personalized, Emelia will do the job for you. You'll be able to find all the activities and statistics right here. You'll be able to track exactly what's happening in your campaign with great precision. So it's very simple and it's going to save you a tremendous amount of time. So to recap, we have the manual version where, of course, you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You can post, manually comment on posts from your network. This is very important. And the automated version complements this manual approach, saving you a lot of time, since you'll be able to automatically prospect the people you've directly found in LinkedIn Sales Navigator in a very easy and fast way, helping you save as much time as possible in your B2B prospecting. So feel free to ask your questions directly in the comments if you have any. We remain available through Emelia's customer support, and I'll see you very soon in a new video.